All right. Welcome back, you guys. Seat Time. It's a podcast about driving in cars. This is Elvis.
Yes, my name is Elvis.
My name's TJ, MagnaCars.
This is episode 6, and you're our second guest. So welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Yes, I know.
You drove quite a ways to be here, correct?
Yes.
Well, I'm from
Specifically
Calgary.
for us.
I know. As you can tell, he has an accent, so he just flew from England for this podcast.
Yeah, from England, but I live in Calgary at the moment.
Yeah.
So I'm visiting Vancouver.
And how often are you home? Because you're shooting videos all over from what I see on your Instagram.
I'm usually home 2 weeks out of every month, sometimes 3 weeks.
That's actually not bad.
Yeah, like I'm home a lot, but the videos that get posted are rarely in Calgary at this point in my YouTube journey.
Right. Yeah, you can only squeeze it so much.
Yeah, I feel like I've got probably 50%, 60% of Calgary, and then the remaining 40% is like so hard to reach those people. They're not online, or they never go to meets, or I don't even know their car exists.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yes.
Why don't we just start out with, maybe for those of you who don't know, what your primary focus is on social media and your videos, what your kind of style is?
Yeah, so my channel's called MagnaCars, which that's a whole, like, that name came from when I was a kid. I made magnets and they were cars, and so that's the name.
Oh, no way. Okay. I didn't know that. That's
Okay. The channel's all about interviewing people about why they love their car, why their car makes them happy. Occasionally I'll do a video on why it makes them disappointed. Like, I've had a few where they didn't actually like their car, and it's like why I regret buying this car, but 98% of them are why I love my car, basically. And I travel around, I interview them, I ask them why they love it, tell the story. Sometimes the cars don't really have a story, but it's just what they learned owning the car, the ownership costs, maintenance, what it's like to drive. And some of the times the cars have like incredible stories and history that goes back 50 years. Yeah. So it's a wide range of brand new cars, classic cars, even like military vehicles a few times, like trucks, Ferraris down to $200 cars.
Do you ever get cars along the lines of military stuff where the owner's kind of down to take what shouldn't be street legal and drive it on the road for you?
Yeah.
Has that ever happened?
Oh, that's a
With,
good
not trying to blow up your spot
Not
here.
not with the military vehicle. Like, I've only done one official like ex-military vehicle, and that was fully road legal as far as I know. Maybe it wasn't, but it was registered in Texas as far as I know.
It's Texas.
I remember right?
So
Either way, the car was
Florida.
Texas, Florida, same thing.
Anything goes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're good.
I have done some cars which like wouldn't pass if they had to go and pass a test.
Right.
But at the current state that I filmed them in, they were street legal. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Anything goes.
I'm trying to remember where we even met. Like, we've known each other for a while.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to remember where, like, in time that we met.
It was at least 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a 190E as well. So my other
yeah.
part of my content is like a few of my own vehicle stories.
You had a G-Wagon, or still,
still
do?
have it,
Still
yeah.
have it.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
The world's cheapest G-Wagon.
So cool.
interesting story. Well, that'll be for another day. Or
Yeah.
would you want to share it in this episode?
I mean,
Oof.
might as well
Yeah.
say it right now. I have a 94 diesel G-Wagon that I bought. It was sitting on the side of the road for at least 5 years. And I bought it from this guy who had a mechanic shop called Ben. And I drove past the vehicle for 2 years before I bought it. And it had been sitting there well before then. And I got the car. It's 300,000 kilometers. A bit of a tired car, sitting for a reason. I took it to a mechanic. Long story short, he told me the head was cracked. Told me I needed to swap it. Try to get the car back. Try to sell the car. He blocked a sale. Eventually, I threatened to call the police and say I'm reporting this stolen. So finally,
It's such a wild,
it's
such a.
So
He's
finally,
just
I got it back.
shortening it, but it's a wild story.
Block the sale. What do you mean?
I had it, like, I thought the engine was blown up. I thought the head was fully cracked. He told me I couldn't drive it home. So I was like, okay. So after going through basically trying to find a used head, every single other one I could find that was used was probably also bad.
Right.
And so eventually I was like, okay, I'm just going to sell this thing. I had a friend who was like, I'll buy it and I'll restore it. And he collects a lot of Mercedes. He's had almost every model of classic 80s, 90s Benz, except the G-Wagon. And then the mechanic, the car was at his shop, which was on private property. So that's an important part of the story. You can't just show up and like the car's not sitting outside. I just load it up and go. It's like, there's a gate. I can't get to it if he's not there and the gate's unlocked.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't let me pick up the car. He wouldn't let my friend pick it up. We had a trailer truck ready to go. And then, because the day he was supposed to pick it up, all of a sudden he's like, you owe me diagnostics, which he'd never mentioned before. I was like, whatever, fine, I'll pay it just to get this done with. And then we had a deal where I was like, I'll give you this engine I had, an M104, in exchange for the $600 he said I owed him.
Okay.
Which, that day was like the first time I'd ever even heard that I owed him any money.
Yeah.
So long story short, I couldn't get him that engine that day. And then after like 2 weeks, basically my friend was like, yeah, I don't want to deal with like the mechanic kind of kept changing like the rules of the game, if that makes sense.
And
like,
he's kind of a middleman in this whole
well, no,
thing?
he has the vehicle
has the car.
possession.
Yeah, right.
He's not
right.
like, he just won't let me get it back, and I can't go through the property and like break the gate to get it.
Yeah.
And so basically my friend ended up being like, I don't want to buy the car. And then eventually I got the car back because I agreed I would sell it to him. And then when I showed up finally, I said, I'm not selling it to you. I want my vehicle back. My vehicle wasn't there. And what he'd done is he'd driven it across the city and put it at a warehouse in the south of Calgary. 45-minute drive on my license plates without my permission, without anything, no asking me. As far as I know, the car's blown up and it's on parking insurance, and he drove it completely illegally.
Yo, sure. Yeah, it's on storage.
Yeah, completely
insurance,
illegally.
Yeah.
And I got sent a video of it driving on the highway. And it's like, yo, did you sell your G-Wagon? I'm like, no, I did not sell it. So thanks to Scotty who sent me that video.
Wow.
I knew that he was not telling me the truth about things, and that was like official evidence, and then anyways, I got the car back, didn't have to get police involved, and the vehicle runs. It does drive. I still need to do, I think, like a few things. Like I've since had it inspected at another shop, Continental in Calgary. They did a good job. They let me know, do your injectors, do oil change, do a few other things since, and then hopefully it's good for at least a long time. So that's the next step. I just need to find where I can buy injectors now and get it fixed and find a trustworthy,
mechanic.
People. Yeah, Continental was really helpful with that. So,
and I mean, G-Wagons, those diesel ones, at least me being an outsider and not knowing a lot about G-Wagons, those would be the models that I would gravitate towards.
Really?
I know,
why?
Like, the M113K is also a great engine.
That's why I was like, why?
Probably crazy, but they're probably cheaper, a lot cheaper, the diesel ones.
Probably, yeah.
And to me, you have a turbo diesel, or I don't know if you're turbo diesel. It's a workhorse, right? To me, that's what it should be.
Probably so slow, though.
Yeah, it is
like,
slow.
Yeah, like, can you imagine taking that thing up on a hill?
Yeah.
Like oh my, there's no power. What does it have for power? Like 100 and something?
Yeah, I mean, I can go like 100 kilometers an hour is like pretty good.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, never mind.
That's so funny. That I can go to 100 kilometers per hour.
Like downhill, like 120.
What? Okay, well, how big is this diesel engine in this?
Is it a 6-cylinder?
Yeah. It's a G350 turbo diesel.
Okay.
So it's a OM603, but it's a 3.5 liter. They also made a 3 liter. That was an S-Class. They also made the OM606.
Oh, that's the good one.
That's the one everyone wants.
That's the one everyone wants. Yeah.
Same displacement?
No, it's
bigger.
It's better
Okay.
built as
Better,
well.
Okay.
Stronger internals, I think, and that's one people tune to insane amounts of power. And
This is not my world.
I'm trying to think. I think diesel pump in the UK is that the same motor that they use for their builds and stuff.
Okay.
Oh, it's so sick. They make like almost 800 or 900
Whatever you want.
of torque and
Whatever you want.
So
bunch of power.
stock in like yours that's in there right now, when it's running properly, how much torque do you think? Like 240, 250 pound-feet?
I'd have to look it up.
Okay.
I don't even know, to be honest.
You just drive it by feel kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Well, when
tired.
it's-
We did a compression test, and it was like 350, 340 was most of the cylinders. The lowest was 310. It should be around like 400 or, so it's tired. It's got 300 plus K on it.
Yeah. So it's probably ready for the swap or something, or like
I don't want to
just
do,
or at least
I don't
just
wanna do
it.
rebuild
Elvis
it.
is.
Yo, I'm like, send it.
The guy
LS
with 4, 5.
No, it's really bad. I shouldn't be giving advice. None of my cars run except my
Engines
Z.
out.
Yeah,
Just swap it.
Yeah.
I know. I've definitely changed. I would have said swap it, do it, but that's so much work. And you're spending like, if you're even doing it yourself, you're spending like 25 to 30 grand if you're doing it yourself. And you don't like working on cars. You just like driving it, which is good that you know that now.
Well, too, and doing what we do, you have to kind of spare your time. Like,
Yeah.
all the car stuff you do it's work.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're working on cars, at least from my perspective, I would want that to also be content, but that's a whole different skill set.
Yeah.
To do a build series or something like that.
And I've done that, like with my 190. I did the build series. It did well. But after that, my viewers were like, okay, we want you to buy more project cars. So I got carried away. I bought a bunch of like cheap project cars. Just, it just happens. You go, okay, there's $3,000, that's $2,000, that's $4,000.
You're like, yeah, might as well
Yeah.
just on Facebook Marketplace at
Yeah.
night. You're
And
like, oh,
you're
that was
like,
like a
okay.
sweet deal. And then
like-
you have like 10 project cars.
Yeah, just
Next thing you know, you've got
No.
an 07 Bentley Continental.
Do you?
Sagging air. No, but I was supposed to drive a Flying Spur last week,
Okay.
but the air suspension
like
was
test drive it.
Yes.
To buy it.
No.
Oh, no.
For a review.
I was like,
for
you
a
didn't
video.
tell me that.
I was tempted. I think it's listed for 15 Canadian.
What? 15 grand for a Bentley?
Don't quote me on that, but it's
Yo,
under 20.
Even if it's, under
I
20?
believe.
Hey, if you want
Yeah.
one, I know a guy with a cheaper one.
With the W12?
Everybody, yeah.
Sitting in Calgary, Jason.
Oh.
I think Jason would sell it. It's sitting for
Yo.
like 4 years.
What
at
kind?
least.
Is it a Continental
No,
or
Flying
Spur?
Spur.
Oh, the
Yeah.
4-door.
It's an
It all looks
orange.
good, but it's still a Bentley.
Orange.
Metallic
Factory
orange. Yeah, metallic
That's
orange.
interesting. I didn't even know they were in that color.
No.
That is a sick car. What? Less than 20 grand for a
I believe it's around 20,000.
Still sick.
No,
Like,
yeah.
yo.
Yeah, I was supposed to drive it
Terrible idea.
There,
Don't listen to him.
well, the dealer didn't tell me until a couple weeks before and was like, "Hey, we can bring it out, but the battery, something to do with the battery, it might just die on you while you're driving."
Oh, what?
And I'm
oh,
like,
it's probably just
"Oh,
the battery
just
then.
put it on a trickle charger for the next 2 weeks." That's where my mind goes. And he's like, "No, it's not that simple.
It's
not."
just to replace it, because I know a lot of those cars are very battery dependent. Like, it's one of those cars that's like that. I think Mercedes are like that too, of that era. It's like one battery thing could cause like half of the check engine
Right.
lights to go off and things to malfunction. So I'm guessing they probably should have just replaced the battery. And it'll fix probably that.
You'd
so you
hope
might be
so,
sitting on a
yeah.
good deal, honestly, if it's having those issues.
Nope, not a good deal.
Yo!
No,
We've
don't
had- we've
ever
had
buy
this
that.
talk.
Can you imagine owning like
No,
this
I've
car
done this
costs
game.
how much
I've done
brand
this
new?
game.
Yo,
I have a Rolls Royce.
Yo,
terrible,
oh,
terrible,
Wasn't
terrible.
your first car
Yeah.
a Rolls Royce?
No, but that's
so
from the
cool.
70s. That's like that's an
Yeah,
Asian
they
car.
haven't got better. They've only got worse, more
No,
electronics.
But they don't use mineral oil
Yeah,
anymore.
Now you have computers to deal with, and,
Exactly.
and all the
Yeah.
electronics and the 2 batteries, and it's still, if it's a V8, it's still the same basic engine from the 70s.
Yo, yeah. My friend had a Turbo R.
Yeah.
And that was one of the last with the 6 3/4
3/4
liter V8.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it was good, but the suspension would sag. Like, that's
Yeah.
Mineral
gonna go
oil.
and-
That's what looking
And
at
if
no
you
bottom.
buy it, good luck selling it.
Oh, he
Oh
still
yeah,
has
it's one
it.
of those
He's
cars.
been trying to sell it
It's
for
one of
3
those
years.
cars.
3 years.
3 years.
I give him at least another 2
Yeah.
years.
That is such a good point, because I've never thought
rough.
about resale.
There is none.
of cars like
There
that,
is
because
none.
I feel like there's cars like and as you mentioned Bentley and all, I'm thinking of all the other cars that you're like, yo, this is gonna be a sick deal. Bentley, what else? Maserati, Gran Turismo, like all those
Yeah.
other luxury cars. The resale must be hard. Like, I can't imagine how difficult it is to get rid of one of those cars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I've never even thought about.
It's got to be a young guy, like someone
That's dumb enough.
that has not made the mistakes yet.
Yeah, which I did.
Yeah,
As a
oh,
terrible.
no.
Don't ever buy a Bentley that's cheap. Don't ever buy a Rolls Royce. Don't ever buy Maserati. Don't ever buy a lot of Mercedes.
But still, though, think about this. You could get it for like
Yeah, but
90% off
how
the
many-
MSRP.
How many
No.
Jaguars do you have
Whoa, 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 whoa.
that are
It's a
sitting in
sensitive
a field? You know, Jaguar's another example. How many do you have that are sitting
True.
non-running?
Yeah, all of them
How many
are not running.
Is it 2? Is it 3?
No, it's like 4. I think 3 or
4.
4. Yeah, I think it's 3.
See, you have 4 Jaguars sitting
But-
on your property that are not running.
Yes.
And you're trying to convince him to
I
buy
know.
a Bentley.
I am going to be
know.
selling them. They're all for sale. If you want my Jags,
he's a
they're all
bad
for sale.
influence.
He's going to be trying to sell them for the next 5 years.
If they don't sell, honestly, I'm just going to put them in the junkyard.
I bet 3 out of 4 will go to the junkyard. I'm sorry.
I literally had to think about that. And I'm like, yeah, what if I list this for sale and it doesn't sell? Like, what's gonna happen?
You mean when you list it and it doesn't sell after a couple
Exactly.
months? How many months are you gonna let it sit?
Because I need to move too. Like, we're moving houses, so
yeah,
I
they're
can only
gonna
let
get
it sit for a
scrapped.
while.
Those are they gonna be given away or scrapped?
Yeah, I'm just probably gonna scrap half of them.
Yeah,
So-
you will.
So sad.
I know it is what it is. Like I don't have time to work on those cars anymore. So
Very few people do, and the people
Yeah.
that do are stopping.
So what about coming back to your? Let's talk about your 190E for a second.
what is it?
Yeah, is that? Would you consider it still right now a project car, or are you kind of
No,
happy with where it sits?
I'm happy with how it is. Obviously, my viewers saw me buy a base 2.3. I put the Evo 2 kit on it, and then I have not done an engine swap or a manual swap, which is what I had originally wanted to do as I was making the video series, and I had said I was going to do that. And then I made all the mistakes with the other cars, and then I sold most of them except the G-Wagon and the Rolls-Royce, and partly because I couldn't sell either of them. I did try. And then I still have those two, and then the 190E, and I haven't swapped it because I got burnt twice, with engines. And the 190 has been reliable. It's never let me down. I've done
Fingers
many road
crossed.
trips.
Reliable.
Yeah.
Cough, cough.
Yeah.
And even if something does
Yeah.
happen on it, it's cheap and easy to fix. And especially because it's original, you're not having to troubleshoot it. And it just takes months and months
Yeah.
and months.
So-
I don't really care what anyone says. Unless you are an expert that's done 3-4 swaps, it takes like months.
To work out
for
all the
any
kinks
shop.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So for people that do not know of your 190, what is it? Because it is very not polarizing, but when you see it, you're like, oh my goodness, like something just looks different about that.
Yeah.
So what is it?
I mean, it just looks exactly like the original Evo 2. Like, I got the body kit down to the exact same specs and everything. The wheels are technically considered real by a lot of people that have like 190Es because they're not Mercedes OEM, but they're racing heart from Japan. They're on real Evo 2. Some of the cars I've seen go up for auction with those wheels on them. So it's kind of like an OEM quality and used wheel back in the day.
Right.
I've had offers from people to buy them from me, and they're
Wow.
like a lot more than what I paid for them. By
So
like
did the race cars originally have that same wheel on them?
not
or-
from factory.
Okay.
It was kind of like some people in Japan especially put them on. Some of the cars now you see in the US, like occasionally you'll see one that has those wheels on it. The race cars, from my understanding, didn't necessarily use those wheels. There's a few variations that were used. Some were OEM, some weren't OEM wheels, depending on if it was run by
Whatever racing
what's
team.
happened in the
Yeah.
last 30 years with the car, who moved it, where it went. My car though is baby blue, so it stands out. That's the one thing that's very different about it, is it's baby blue with white wheels.
So why a 190E? Why the Evo 2? Why?
I mean, I built the 190 Evo 2 because I thought it was the coolest car I could build for the money, and it embodied me. I think your car represents who you are. That's a big part of my channel, interviewing people. And I thought, what's a car that everybody can appreciate that I also can afford to build and not break the bank? Because when I built that car, I had like $8,000 to buy a car. So I bought the car for $2,700, and then
Pretty good.
over the course of 6 months,
Yeah.
I spent around $1,500, $2,000 a month building the car and getting parts for it. It took 8 months probably start to finish, from buying the car, getting the parts, finishing the car so it was ready to go on its first like drive and road trip. And so I was like able to afford it literally by using like my month to month income to
Yep.
build it. So I couldn't just go out and buy like a Cosworth from the start and then build that. I didn't have the money at the time. That was my first like project on YouTube and car and my YouTube channel back then. That was like all my money. For the first year, I spent every penny I made
Of
on that
course.
car.
Invest it in
Yeah.
yourself, and just everything goes back into the
Yeah.
channel kind of thing.
Yeah. And like, so for that car, like, so was that what started your channel, or no? Were you making videos?
I was
before
making
that?
videos for 6 years. I've been making videos before then. And that's about 3 years ago now. So it's been like a decade since I started my Instagram. It's
Cool,
been
okay.
6 years since I started my TikTok. My channel on YouTube's been 2014, but I didn't start posting right till many years later.
It was just an
Yeah.
account you were using to
Yeah.
watch other
well,
stuff.
no, I was trying to post.
Okay,
But I would film a video,
Consistency and
Yeah.
and then I would be like, it's not good enough, right?
That's a trap a lot of people fall into.
Well, you got to
We're all
think.
guilty of it at some
Oh,
point.
yeah.
15-year-old me
Yeah.
watches a YouTuber that's got a budget,
Exactly.
income, Shmi, Didi, any of the content creators,
Yeah.
and he's like, goes to film a video, and then he's like, watches Shmi the next day, or watches, even no one at that level, but like a regular YouTuber even,
Totally.
and he's like, dang, my content's not even good enough to post. So for years, I filmed videos and didn't post them because I was like, this isn't good enough.
Wow.
I can't post it. And then eventually I just had to go like, I'm either going to do my dream and I'm going to post something, or I'm just going to keep on filming and never posting and wishing.
Yep.
And it's never good enough, never good enough, never good enough. And I literally just had to start posting. And yeah, if you look at my first videos, like they're kind of bad. They are.
Yeah,
Like, I
same.
knew it at the
I
time
don't know about yours,
too.
but definitely.
Oh yeah, I look back at some of my old videos. I'm like, what was I doing?
Yeah. But you have to, and that's the thing. These people you were watching at the time, they had 5-10 years of reps.
experience. Oh yeah.
Just
Oh yeah.
it's
Burning out
momentum.
videos.
It's rinse and repeat a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then even for building your car, you also didn't even touch on the fact that you no experience like in
Yeah.
doing all of this, and you can kind of touch about that because again, like I'm looking at this for people that might not know of you, of the car, all of that, so they're just coming in cold. So it was you got the kit, and what happened? You of course it's not gonna fit on the car just
Yeah.
by the Evo 2 kit, just by bolting it on, and you still need to paint it. How did all that happen?
Yeah, I mean, my friend Jason made the car possible. Without Jason and Infamous Arrow, it would not exist. It would not be done. It probably would have never even started because I knew I couldn't do it myself. So I talked to my friend Jason, who works at Infamous Arrow in Calgary. They do fiberglass. They make their own body kits. And I said, hey, if I buy an Evo 2 kit and a 190, would you be willing to like build this car for me? Because I knew starting from scratch to do fiberglass, it's going to take years to get good enough for that car to
No,
even
totally.
look presentable.
Yeah.
So some of the viewers at the time, I think they kind of thought, well, why aren't you doing everything yourself? And I was like, because you wouldn't be watching this if I was doing everything myself.
Right,
These
yes.
videos wouldn't exist. The car wouldn't
Yeah.
exist. I'd probably still be struggling to piece it together.
Or if you did, it would be 8 months in between videos.
And it would be garbage.
yeah.
It truly would have just been
Yeah.
terrible. I mean, the kit that I got was terrible. I would never recommend buying that exact kit
Oh,
again.
Want to call them out? Is
Don't
it like
open the
Alibaba
worms.
or
Don't
something?
open the can of worms.
you can go
man.
back and watch the video.
Don't do it. Yeah, don't.
I'm guilty. I have not watched a lot of your
Yeah.
Evo 2 videos, but
Yeah.
I've seen clips here and there.
Yeah, I don't want to name, but if people go back and watch the video, they can just see. Now, I've been told the kit's are better quality now, but like, hey, I'm not trying to spend another $8,000 to find out and buy another kit from them. They did make things right in the end. Actually, they sent me basically 50% of the kit again because it was so bad that it was literally not usable. So they sent me new pieces, new front fenders,
Yeah.
new wing, new. There was another piece they sent me, new rear spoiler on the back window. So 50% of the kit is new. So I still have the original parts in my garage.
Right. I do remember this. As you were describing it, I remember a mutual friend or a friend of mine, I don't know how well you know him, he was attempting to also use this same producer
Kit.
of kits.
Yeah.
He at the time I think owned 2 or 3 190Es, and I do remember this when it happened, and just him being very disappointed. I think he reached out to you being like, hey man,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for
Yeah.
either connecting you guys or just kind of
Shoot.
It is what
But,
it is.
you know.
I've done business with that company since buying other parts from them,
okay.
and they have been good. The other
Okay.
parts, now obviously I don't know. They know it's selling to me, so I don't know. From
others,
other
yeah.
customers, it's like 50-50. I've heard
Yeah.
great things especially with parts that aren't the Evo 2 body kit. Like I bought an exhaust tip from them that was Evo 2 style. It was 10 out of 10, like amazing quality, and they have a great reputation for other parts as well. Evo 2 kit, I personally wouldn't gamble again and buy one from them, but it's just what happens. It
Looks
worked
good
out.
now.
Thanks
Yeah.
to Jason. He did
Yep.
3
So
months
much
of work.
So much
Yeah.
work.
3
That's
months
crazy.
it took to
Yeah.
fix that kit, and
Yeah.
I was with half of it replaced.
Why didn't you paint it?
Money. That's what
I
came
guess
down
so.
to.
Yeah, that's a very good.
Yeah, it came
I
down to
just
money.
said I was like,
Hey,
forgot money
hey,
was
Elvis,
a thing.
why aren't your Jags on the road?
Yeah.
That is the answer to every question. It's money.
Why
man.
isn't my car? Why is my clear coat flaking off my skyline?
money?
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, truly a lot of things, when people ask, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that?
course.
Either I want, like the color, I want to be unique, but most other things is simply money, right? If I had a lot of money, I would have had the engine swap and I could have paid the best shop to do the best job and have it done. And it still would have taken a couple months, but it could have been done. And it just comes down to like, I didn't have the money at the time. And then since then, for various reasons of whether I do have the money, I don't want to take the car off the road for 6 months and not be able to use it because at the moment, I don't have the money to go and buy another car that could be the car that gets me to filming, shoots, interviewing people, right? It's kind of my business card on wheels. And as much as other YouTubers can have 7 cars, and like I did at one point, most of them didn't work, and now I got rid of them. And yeah, it's just like I don't have the funds. It comes down to, at the moment, I cannot justify taking it off the road to swap the engine. And then that's a lot of money going into a car that's not running for 6 months.
So when you're driving around, at least let's say Canada and North America, to these shoots, are you driving this car mostly to these shoots? Are you flying? Or...
I drive it to a lot. Like I've taken this car from Calgary all the way down to California for Monterey. I've taken it to Vancouver 3 times. I've taken it to Kelowna twice. And each of those drives, like the minimum is like 7 hours. You know? I mean, driving to Kelowna is 7 hours there, 7 hours back. Driving to Vancouver's 12 hours basically each way.
And this is not driving through like Oklahoma. This is, if you're going from Calgary to Vancouver.
Yeah, the mountains.
A lot of mountains.
That's
changing climate.
Up and down.
I take this car like, you know, you kind of just do it day by day, and then all of a sudden you look back after 2 years and people see the car at a car show, and like the front bumper has a bunch of cracks in it now because I hit one day a blown up tire on the road. And so like I had to rebuild it as much as I could. But again, comes down to I didn't want to take the car off the road for a couple months to take that bumper apart, take the wrap off, refiberglass it. You know, it's a lot of work to get that back to perfect again. So instead, you know, I do the best I can. I fix it up. I'm, you know, there's a few things on the car right now that in the next month are going to get repaired and changed headlights or side markers, grill, bits like that. I got a new front splitter that I put on a few months ago. And it's like, I keep the car as good as I can, and I think it still looks great.
I think
it looks
it
awesome.
just, you know,
Curb
you can
appeal is
see
top notch.
he actually drives this car. And
Yeah.
you know, I gotta say I'm proud of that, actually driving it, a 90s car.
Very brave man.
20,000 kilometers.
What year is it?
92.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Because to me, 190E, 80s.
It's not that.
It's an 80s car.
Really?
You know, I mean, in design, in just...
I guess so, yeah, in the boxiness.
Totally.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But it was very advanced for its time, for everything that
yeah.
car stood for, the suspension, the handling. It also still had, or it's dropped off now, but for a long time, it held one of the most aerodynamic cars.
Did it really?
Yes. Yes.
I learned
I had
today.
no
Yes.
idea.
I actually learned today, according to a YouTuber that I watched a video on, said that car has a lower drag coefficient than a Porsche 918 Spider, which I'm
the
like,
drag
I don't know if
coefficient.
that's true.
That's what I mean.
But
Yeah,
like,
the drag coefficient is insane. It's
Wow.
point. I forgot the numbers, but
That's
when I
impressive.
learned this, I was like, wow.
How?
And
I don't know.
But
Yeah.
that doesn't make any sense.
the amount of engineering
no
that they
sense.
sunk into that car,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can see it 20 years later. Like, or no,
Yeah.
how many years?
Oh, I
30,
know.
almost
I mean,
40.
and the thing is, like, the 190 is so reliable as well.
Knock on wood.
You go to like countries, you go to a lot of countries, like in Africa,
Taxis.
and you'll see there are 190s that are running on the road,
Yeah.
and it's like, how is that car even running? It has no
Yeah.
headlights, no tail lights. The body is like literally sagging on both ends. It looks like it's got 5 different colors on it, and it's still running, and it's still driving.
Yeah, I'm from Nigeria, and whenever I mean, I haven't been back in a few years, but you always still see 190s. They're like literally like you're describing. The door is falling off. It's like Velcro here, or not Velcro, zip ties.
Yep.
But it's still running, so they run forever. So those motors are reliable. So
Yeah.
And probably old E classes of that
Yes.
same
Yeah.
kind of
Yes.
era
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, yeah.
If you want that
Yeah,
more
124s.
executive, yes.
I had a 124, and I tell people honestly, if you want to buy a 190E, but you're not going to say do an Evo kit, and you want the same kind of car, get a 124. It's a better
Yeah.
car in
Yeah.
every way. The 124
bigger,
is
practical.
slightly bigger, slightly more comfortable. In my opinion, if not a slightly better build quality even. It's also got heated seats. Now, some 190s had them, but more 124s had them.
Yeah, I believe it.
It's just, it's like a 190, but 15% better.
Yes.
That's literally what it is. So
Right.
unless you want that Cosworth driving experience and you're buying an actual Cosworth, or if you want that maybe small car and you're going to engine swap it and you're going to do an Evo kit on it, and you just want the car in its like stock form, I would just get a 124. In my opinion,
advice.
it's a better car.
Yeah. I mean, too, and there's one thing talking about getting a Cosworth. There's US spec, there's Euro spec, and there's probably a lot at this point that have, attempted to have a restoration done to them by someone. And then maybe I'm talking from personal experience of somebody that I know, but then it just never gets done because somebody has too many cars on their hands, too many projects. And for a lot of people, yeah, it's a dream car, but
Yeah,
if
those
you
things are
don't have the
expensive
time.
now. Like the Cosworths have exploded. But the market is so interesting because you have the regular Cosworths, the 2.3s, the 2.5, 16, and then you have the Evo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That car, like the Evo 2 or whatever. Oh my gosh.
You're
the
talking
cost,
value? Yeah.
The value of those things, it's like, what, 200,000
No,
maybe more?
no. That's like in.
I haven't looked at it
What's
now.
the world's
but
most
this was
valuable
years
currency?
ago.
It might be 200,000. In most currencies, it's
insane.
like 300 to 400.
Okay, wow, that's
Which
crazy.
is insane because I still think the 2.3 drives almost as great
Well,
as the 2.5, 16 or the whatever, but for like a quarter of the money. I mean, they're appreciating now, but still.
Yeah, how much? Because I remember just looking at them 5-6 years ago, 2.3s were totally reasonable to buy.
Oh, yeah. And you still have the headers, the whatever the headers that it comes with and all
Yeah.
for the most part, you have a lot of the characteristics. You just have
Well, and the steering and like the general vibe.
It's insane what
I would
the
guess is
2.5s
similar.
and the Evos and all that stuff are going for now. It's wild. But you still get, even in the base car, even though the engine is not up to, it's not as powerful as the other
Yeah.
cars or doesn't sound as glorious as the other, but you still have the body, still a 190. It's still
it's
a
still
good
190.
car.
I
So-
drove the only 190 I've driven was our mutual friend Sid. He had a 2.6. He may still have it, but it's a 2.6
okay.
liter inline six, so a little bit more nose heavy, and his was automatic. But he gave me some seat time in that car. I'll take every opportunity to do that. And I was blown away. He had hyped up this chassis.
The chassis, it's such a good chassis.
The steering rack for the time, super tight. It's super direct, and I felt like I could just immediately, within 5 minutes, huck it into a corner. You know what the rear end's doing. It's just
Does that have a steering box
balanced.
or a rack?
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so.
Oh, sorry. Does it have a box or is it hydraulic? It's probably a box.
I'm pretty
Probably
sure it's a box.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like it though. I've driven a really old R30 generation Nissan Skyline, and it had a steering box, and it's not the same. Very much.
Yeah,
like,
they get
you
sloppy
move it
after a
this
while,
much
nothing
and
happens. Yeah,
You're
yeah,
going
yeah.
nowhere. But
Yeah.
Here's a question. Did you ever think about, while you were deciding to build this, whether to go the E30 route and get like a 325i and do, an E30
like
M3
an
kit?
M3.
You know, after I built the Evo 2 Tribute, I was going to build an M3 Tribute. And I was looking for E30s. I couldn't find one that was reasonable, that was worth building. And then I actually did know a guy with a kit that was one of the top quality E30 M3, like wide body kits. But then I just thought, I'm doing all this work. And to be honest, the E30 M3 looks too much like the regular E30 in my opinion. Whereas
Yeah,
the
they're
Evo
very
2
similar.
is a whole different
Crazy.
looking car. Like people see an Evo 2 and you'd be surprised how many people actually ask me on the road, like, is that thing real? And it's like, when the E30, I don't think anyone really, most people can't tell between an M3 and a regular one unless they're a car enthusiast.
Yeah, and you
And
have
so-
to look, do a double take
Yeah,
almost.
and I wanted my channel reaches more than just car enthusiasts, and so I wanted to reach a demographic that could just see it and go, oh, that's unique and that's special.
Yeah.
More than just, it's an old BMW, but like, what is
Right.
that kind of, it's a weird looking Mercedes, like,
Yeah, it doesn't require as much of an explanation kind of thing.
and that's why I did the
get
Evo
that.
2, not the Evo 1 as well, because the Evo 2 is just iconic.
yes,
the
it
Evo
looks,
1
it looks mostly
is
stockish.
arguably a more, it's
Yeah.
cool. I'd say in a way it's cool.
It doesn't look as cool as the Evo 2. It's
Yeah.
so different.
Yeah.
I like them almost equally, but that big wing.
Yeah, the wing, the extra
The wing's awesome.
Reminds me of
design
Dynaco.
flare thingies.
I like my car because it reminds you of like Dynaco and the Superbirds and the,
No, totally.
Yeah.
Yes.
the Daytonas.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, awesome. So
It's a
you
very-
don't have any plans to build anything anymore for
Like
now,
another
at least.
car?
Yeah.
I mean, I got to get my G-Wagon fully, make sure it's operational.
Are you gonna sell it?
Not right now, no. I keep getting people asking to buy it because obviously they know how much I paid for it, which was 12.5 Canadian.
That's
so
the problem with doing
You almost
social
got it for
media,
free.
man.
That's insane.
everybody knows what
Yeah.
you paid for it when you make a video that says I bought the world's cheapest
Cheapest
G-Wagon,
G-Wagon, yeah.
8,800 USD, so they know what I'm into it for.
Well, and then if you ever go to sell it, you're gonna get those people in the comments being like, "Hey, you just did this to make a profit." Which, okay, if you
So?
make a profit, also that.
So?
But like, it's part of the experience. For me, it would be the experience. I'm sure
Yeah.
for you it's the same.
For me, my G-Wagon was like a dream car, and so to have it was incredible. And what else can you buy? Like, you can't get another G-Wagon for close to what I spent.
No.
When I went to try and we were talking
Oh,
before
yes.
the podcast, shoot
Yep.
this G55 AMG 2005, I had no idea how
It's
well
insane.
those are holding value right now.
They don't depreciate
40,000
at all.
US
At
Yeah.
all.
at the like. That's
But
on the
they've
low
been
end.
that price forever. Like they
Okay.
don't change.
Yeah, no, they don't
30s
lose
and
value.
40s,
Yeah.
nothing. You just so it's one of the most stable markets to get into, apart from Porsches and G wagons.
No, sure,
you never
yeah.
lose anything in a G wagon.
Yeah.
so which
So
is cool.
From an ownership perspective, is that I've always wondered, is that like just a cult following thing where the demand to purchase is so high, or is it kind of like, because there are a lot of them out there, just like 911s, but somehow these
It's
cars still hold
Yep.
such high value.
I think it's the cult part of it.
It's just like the
G-Wagon.
I've always
Oh
wanted to
my
own this kind of
God.
thing. Maybe.
Yeah. I think a lot of G-Wagons, especially if they're not the latest generation, they just get passed from someone that wants to own a G-Wagon
Yes.
to someone that wants to own a G-Wagon to someone that
Right,
wants to own
and
a
then it's
G-Wagon.
their turn.
Yeah.
And I see that in the
That is
ownership
such
community.
a good way to explain it.
I see that like every single
Yeah.
time they get sold and then someone else buys them. It's like their first G-Wagon and they're
Right.
like, finally I got a G-Wagon. And about 12 to 18 months later, usually it's like, okay, sold it.
Do you think that's because they're not using them as off-road vehicles?
because they
Or
are
they're-
pretty capable too.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think it's because they're expensive to maintain.
Are they though? Like it's still early 2000s.
Everyone I know
Mercedes,
has
so
spent
it's
a
not,
lot.
It's not
Yeah.
that bad for like I just look at it like early 2000s Mercedes. Like they're everywhere. They're common. The parts are
Yeah.
mostly similar.
To me, it's if you're buying an M113
That's
Mercedes,
all.
for me not being a Mercedes mechanic or having ever owned a Mercedes, everybody that I've talked to is like the M113 is a very robust engine.
yeah, it's
If you,
reliable.
of course, do your
maintenance.
Yeah.
routine maintenance.
Yes. More
There's a
reliable
bunch-
than the
there's a bunch of
63
other-
motor.
But yeah.
Yeah, the 63 or 6.2 is not as good as the 55, but yeah.
They have their strengths. They have their
Yes,
weaknesses.
head bolts and things, but yeah.
So you're a Mercedes guy then? Have you ever owned a Japanese car?
Yeah, I had a Lexus LS400. I had an Acura
Cool.
Integra.
Okay.
I think that's it, Japanese wise.
That's pretty good. Both way more reliable than than most. I mean, maybe not your 190. They're probably
Yeah.
up there. But the LS400, of course, that's one of the most
Yeah.
reliable
Did
cars
you guys
ever
see
built.
that LS400 that Matt Farah used to own, or Farah, the 1 million mile Lexus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is that thing? I've
don't
not
know.
seen anything. So when I was in Monterey Car Week in 2019 or 2019, I met a couple that was using it to, I think he gave it to them for a few months to rack up miles on
Yep.
it. And they came from, I forgot the country. But anyhow, like it was so insane. I'm like, almost a million miles at the time but it was still mind blowing that thing was still
Yeah.
ticking. I mean, it has some issues, but for the most part, it was still ticking.
Yeah. My Lexus LS400 had 340,000 miles. Not kilometers,
Miles,
miles.
yeah, that's-
over 500.
That's a
I think,
lot.
almost 500. Yeah.
And it's still flying.
Well, like 6 months after I sold it, the guy messaged me. Actually, I messaged him. I was like, "Hey, how's it going? How's the car?" And he's like, "Yeah, I blew the engine up." And I was like,
How
"Oh."
did that happen?
Basically, like, you know how the belt is in the front,
Yep.
and it completely came off. so the
Oh,
engine
so
just
it's
went boom.
oh no, so it the timing messed
yeah.
up,
And it's an
Oh.
interference engine. Then
Yeah.
it would have
So
happened.
it just went boom.
Oh, no.
And then he rebuilt the engine and then finished his VIP build.
Oh, VIP, of course, he did a VIP build.
Yeah.
Has some chandeliers in the back and
Yeah. yeah.
Curtains and all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
he stanced it. Yeah. It was cool.
That'll get you. Engines, interference or non-interference. I had my first MR2 turbo that I owned. It was my first sports car. My first like proper
that is such a cool
turbocharged
sports car to have. Was it second gen?
Second gen.
Oh,
the
the best
94
one. That's my
turbo.
favorite one. Yeah.
2 weeks after like getting it, buying it, cold night, I guess it was making more boost than it was normally.
Oh, no.
Almost icy on the roads, and then all of a sudden just died out of nowhere. I'm like, oh shoot. Turns out the timing belt snapped because I hadn't quite done the maintenance. It was at 94,000 kilometers. But it's a non-interference engine. So
Oh, perfect. Oh, awesome. Okay.
instead of, 15,000.
They didn't have the things making contact with one another
Yeah,
and
no.
kissing each other and exploding. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. That's a story where things didn't go
Wow.
catastrophically
Catastrophic.
wrong.
Yes, I know, because it can be catastrophic.
Yeah, most cars I've bought have gone catastrophically wrong.
Yeah.
Pretty much every, like, I've had, I think, 12 cars now in my life.
Wow.
And, like, probably, it feels like at least 8 of them have gone really badly.
And how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 22.
That's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
How many cars have you owned
gosh.
thus far? Or is that going to be a long...
Yeah, it's actually not that much. Wait. Yeah, it's probably definitely over 20.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
I'd say over 20.
Yeah, per year, it's less than the
But
math
also,
for yours.
Not a single one of them has been over 10 grand US. Not a single one.
Okay, all
Technically,
right.
the 190, I put more than that into it, but none of the others have been over 10
I
grand.
think I'm the same way, except my Z, my 26Z. Every other car I've owned has been under probably 5 grand.
Wow.
Yeah, like I just love cheap cars, but I'm like, no, I can't do that.
And then you get
anymore.
sick of them, like you
Yeah.
have, and like I
Yeah.
am.
I know when it's not reliable, and especially with you depend on it to get you everywhere for shoots. And if it's not, your 190 has been, but you said
Yeah,
it's starting to have it had a
Yeah, I
starting
gotta do
issue.
some maintenance. I'm gonna take it to California again next month. So like,
Oh
I
yeah,
gotta-
Monterey Car Week is
I
coming
gotta
up.
get it prepped. I
shoot.
just got new tires.
Have you reserved the place yet?
Yeah.
Oh, sick. Okay, that's good. When did you reserve a
Like
spot?
a few weeks ago.
Oh, you still got a spot?
Yeah, I know people that.
Okay, I guess
There we
yeah.
go.
Because
You can message
every
them.
time that I've tried to go, I've had to reserve it like
Do you wanna
6
go?
to a year. I don't.
I got
maybe.
a spot for you. I got a spot. Yeah.
Just one.
No, I can have more. It's including a camp area, so you
Okay,
can
hold
camp.
on.
Oh, cool.
Yo.
So you're staying in like an RV trailer?
I'm staying
or-
with a guy called Roads Co. So Roads Co is like a car media agency connector, and he's in Utah. And I've done videos with him, and I was like looking for a place to stay this year, and he was like, "Why don't you just stay with us? We're gonna have a bunch of like creators and photographers." And I was like, "Okay, do you have space?" He's like, "Yeah, we got space. And if you have friends that want to come as well." He's like,
Okay.
"We got camping, like they could camp as well.
sick.
So if you want to come, both of you, there probably should still be room."
I have never been.
You've
it's
never
embarrassing
been?
to say. I've
It's
never
worth
been.
it.
A Monterey
Yo,
Car
it's
Week.
like I don't even know how. It's like Coachella for car people.
Yeah.
If you know what Coachella
It's
is.
insane.
Or Burning Man
Right,
for car
right.
people.
Right. Well, when I picture Burning Man now, I picture the 1% side of Burning Man when they're arriving in private jets, and then the other side where it's kind of more grassroots.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know how it actually is over at Car Week.
Yeah. So it is insane. That is one of the things that I want to go to Goodwood. That's another big
Bro,
one.
you
that
gotta
I
come.
wanna do.
You
Have you
gotta
ever
come.
been?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I lived in England, so I went to them. Yeah.
And then Japan. We need to do Japan.
Well, have you ever been to Japan?
No.
Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yeah, we haven't booked anything, but if it's next year, I think I'm down. Business expense.
Yes.
Yeah. In my opinion, my favorite car event is Car Week, but my second favorite is Goodwood Revival. That's the second best
Revival.
event in the world.
You're not the first person I've heard say that. Not in person, but on other podcasts and channels.
Yeah.
What makes it different? If for those maybe who don't know, what's the big difference between?
So like Goodwood Festival of Speed is all about mostly new cars. They have old cars too, but it's a lot of manufacturers exhibiting, showcasing. It's like Geneva Motor Show, but like moving.
Yeah.
Right? It's been
Yeah.
around for a long time. And Revival is all about classics. So it cuts off at, I think, 77. So 1977 is
that's
the
crazy.
newest car you can have in the Revival. Obviously, you can drive whatever to the parking lot,
Yeah.
but they race everything from like the 1900s to the 1970s. And you can dress up as you're in whatever era in between that. So when you
love
walk in the
that.
gates, it's more than a car event. Like Goodwood
Step
Revival.
back into time.
Yeah, Goodwood Revival is more is a
Right.
cultural event where
it's like
you go,
Radwood.
yeah, but
bigger.
way more going on because you have like thrift stores with 50s clothing. You have like coffee shops. You have like planes like Spitfires.
Oh
Yeah.
my
And
goodness.
you know, you walk down the paddock and there's cars and they're all old.
So does
They have to
everybody
be.
need to dress like 50s? Or
Yeah, that's kind
Really?
of like the rule, and you'll see like RAF pilots walking past you, and you'll see like pin-up girls, and you'll see like Winston Churchill walking past.
that is so cool.
And everybody dresses, and it's a lot more than
Yeah.
just cars.
Mm-hmm.
Cars, I'd say, are still 60 to 80% of the event, but
Cool.
you know, a lot of people go that aren't even into cars, at all.
Yeah, I feel like that's a
fashion
very
people.
like family.
Well, it's more like
like-
people that are into fashion, people that are into
Fashion,
history,
yeah.
people that are just
Yeah.
into old things.
Watches,
go.
probably.
Watches. I mean, they have thrift stores, so you can go
Yeah.
shopping
Oh
there.
my
You know, I know
goodness.
people that go. Like friends of mine, their mum will go, and she's not into cars that much at all. But it's all about the clothing, and there's like fashion influencers that are going there making videos, nothing to do with the cars.
Yeah, no, totally.
And
yeah.
but it's definitely an older demographic. You don't go to Goodwood Revival and see like your YouTubers vlogging. It's not
Yeah.
really like that. Like I can't think of any other content creators. They all skip it. They all don't go.
Those old
So do you
cars,
make a
so-
video when you've gone in the past?
The last time I went, I was a kid. I wasn't doing
wow.
content.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
So
This reminds me, it's totally different, but in the same way that Top Gear was a car show, but I used to watch Top Gear with my parents.
yeah.
And they would love it. You know, it's a thing about cars that just
Yes.
appeals to just such a wide audience.
Oh yes, I know. I remember Top Gear. Yeah, that was. My parents were never into cars, but they would still watch it. My wife is also not into cars, but
Yeah.
she would watch like the Grand Tour or something, or or she would watch some old Top Gear episodes with me.
Now it's
because
coming back
I know.
with Canadians.
Yes,
With Canadians. Hopefully people know that.
Yeah. I
Well,
mean, the
because
train
a lot
guy
of-
is not a Canadian.
No, he's British.
No, okay, yeah. But like a lot of the Canadian content creators, because I don't know if I have an accent. Do I have an accent?
I've noticed it as much.
They're shooting a lot of their content where it's drier, where in California, in Florida, in Texas. So I'm not sure how many of their viewers actually know that they're Canadian.
That's a good point. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
but
Yeah.
not that it really
They're,
matters.
they're on my bucket list to interviews. That Francis with his K-swapped fit and he just got an
That
SL.
thing is sick.
He just got an R129.
That
and
is
he
putting
did
like a diesel.
Yeah, diesel pump
Whoa.
engine in it, and he's on my bucket list to interview up there. I've been trying. I've been reaching out. I've been DMing him, but
There you go. We'll
Haven't heard
tag,
back
we'll
yet.
tag him in this clip.
Yeah.
One more little percentage chance.
Yes, I know.
yeah, he's a fellow. Oh, and he just got a 190.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, he just
Perfect. You guys are.
Cosworth.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, he's a Benz man. He
Wow.
we need to connect. Hopefully.
What's your dream Mercedes? What like top tier?
Mercedes?
Does it have to be Mercedes?
AMG, Mercedes.
I'm not that much of a Mercedes
Yeah, I was
guy.
gonna. Yeah. If-
I just happen to keep falling into them.
Okay, let's say money no object. This may be a tough question, and I'm sure you've been asked it multiple times. What's your dream garage? Give us like 2-3 cars.
Dang.
Shelby Cobra Daytona Coupe. That's my number
Beautiful.
one.
I
Shelby
love
Cobra
those.
427 SC. That's number 2. I
Why
want
do you need
both.
2 Shelby Cobras?
Because one has a roof, one doesn't. You
Oh,
gotta
I
have-
guess
you
so.
gotta have
The
both.
one with the roof looks so good though.
Yeah.
It's
One of the most beautiful
Oh.
cars. One of the first cars that caught my attention as a kid was that
Yeah, same.
Daytona.
And that's
Yeah.
why it's always been my dream car is the 427
Yo,
and
you
then
can
the
build
Daytona.
one.
I know, but
yo, and they're not expensive.
Superformance?
Yeah, but not even.
Superformance.
What's the other guys that do it?
there's
No,
Factory 5.
Yeah, Factory 5 is a lot cheaper. I think it's like 20 grand US or even less. And they comes
Yeah.
with all the instructions. Like you assemble it yourself. Like it's like a. I honestly was going to do it at some point, but life got busy. But
Yeah.
I love those cars, like the
Yeah.
Daytonas. Oh,
I mean, those are my
Oh.
2 dream cars.
Okay.
And then
That's pretty cool.
the third can be swapped with a lot of things.
Oh, yeah.
Everything from a Chiron to, a 458. It's more regular
yeah.
supercar. An
Yeah.
Aventador. Like those were childhood dream cars.
So you're not a manual purist.
I mean, I like manuals.
Yeah,
They're a
of
lot more
course.
fun to drive than an auto. Like, I don't know how you could buy a 992 GT3 and get PDK over manual if you can have the
know.
option.
That's wild.
Like, and before I went in them, I thought, oh, it's 50-50, do what you want. And then I
Yeah.
went in a manual 992, and I was just like, why would anyone get PDK? It literally feels like it neuters the car.
yeah, it is
Like,
like.
I just don't get
Nothing
it.
against
I-
paddle shifters,
And like the
but-
people, they defend it and they say, no, it's amazing, it's faster. And I'm like, no one that is not a F1 driver has the skill really.
To extract
Or a
that.
professional driver has the skill. And even if you do, I would hope you'd still want the manual because it's more fun.
It's more fun.
Yeah.
And it auto rev matches. And it's not like it's
Yeah,
a
totally.
manual where you're like
Yes.
jamming it into gear and
Yeah.
you're like trying to get it in
But
gear and it's not
I always
bouncing
turn
out.
auto rev matching off.
Yeah,
like
that's a
in the
choice.
cars, because I'm like, it's pretty sick and it makes you look like a hero. But I'm just like, I just like the blip. They're like,
Yeah, but that's what I mean for the people
Yeah.
that say, well, I'll just get a PDK. I'm like, it's an easy to drive manual too. It auto revs matches
Yeah, totally.
for you. It's not even a
Yes.
hard manual to drive.
And you
At
get
all.
the sound. For a lot of people, the early PDKs was like, oh, but that crisp downshift. You get that.
Yeah, you
just
get
the
that.
same downshift sound every time. You can
it's so
reliably get
sick.
it. But with the auto rev match, you
You put
have
it in gear and then it's there.
I'm
Yeah.
a big fan. If a car came in manual, you should try and buy it in manual.
I agree.
Yes.
I find
fully
that
agree.
with almost every car.
Yep.
Almost. Now, have
Whoa,
any
whoa.
of you driven, let's say, an early Gallardo?
Yeah.
You know, some of the old.
That's the worst
I
single
car I've
have
ever
with the
driven.
single clutch.
The
I
worst
love
supercar
the
I've
way
ever
it
driven.
shoves you in the back. Like it's actually eventful. Like it's I never
You must
thought
have driven a good one.
I never
have their
thought I would
moments.
like them, but like this
Yeah.
was second gen.
Oh yeah,
So,
that's way better. I drove a
second gen
first gen
Gallardo.
Spider.
Oh,
and
it's like you still wait for like almost a full second for it to go, and you almost hear the change too. Like all you hear all the mechanisms things happen. But I love the way it kicked you. It made it more of an occasion. So you and your passenger are always going, bah, bah, you do the whole Honda Civic shift thing. Yeah, I just think it's funny. But manual is always better, of course. But yeah.
most of the time.
It's not
not
true.
always.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about cars that maybe wouldn't be. Like, let's call it 992 GT3 RS.
I was still pick
I
man.
was
They don't
trying to
even
think-
make
No
it
manual.
No, I know they don't.
It's the
But
ST.
like, I'm trying to think about after filming that car and being around that car, would this even be better in serving its kind of
Well,
dedicated
the
purpose
market
with a manual?
thinks
Yes.
it is. The market says it is. So the ST's worth double.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the GT3 RS is more hardcore than like the S.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It is more hardcore.
it's a little bit more. Yeah.
But it's still, I would still say, and Porsche is going to be like, oh, we didn't put, because we want you to do lap times. But still, in the GT3 RS, it still has, doesn't it have a cup holder still?
I don't
And
believe
like,
so.
or it has other, like I'm saying, I don't know why Porsche would not just put a manual in the 3RS.
I agree. It should be there.
Because everybody that
as an
buys it,
option.
I'm trying to imagine how many owners have taken the 3RSs to tracks, for example, versus enjoying it on the street. Like 90, I would say 80 or 90% just drive it on the street.
I would say more than 488 Pista owners.
Yeah, probably.
If I had to guess as a percentage,
yeah, I guess so, because
think
Porsche guys are different. Yeah,
they are different.
yeah. But still, I'm like, give the people what they want. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. So, can you imagine if they came out with a 3RS with a manual? Oh,
You're right though. The market's spoken with the you said
Murcielagos?
ST, the SC, the top down, the cab. Controversial car, but from where I'm standing, I'm like, it's a new experience. You know? It's
convertible RS,
GT3 engine.
3RS.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, it's still cool that they make. I'm like, how many differences or how many Porsches can they make?
You want to know how many special edition 992s there are?
Oh, hold
I
on,
actually
hold
have
on.
a list on my
Okay,
phone. It's
please,
insane.
let-
So
Let's
I'm gonna
do
say
that.
there are 25.
Wow, you're pretty.
I'm gonna say 25. Like all the 911, 992,
Okay.
everything.
Wait, so special editions, are you
The Porsche-
including like trim levels with this, like GT3, SC, or is this just
No, this is just special editions.
Okay.
This is like
Oh,
there's already
like-
a model, and then this is
Oh.
like
the
the
Neiman
Pan
Marcus
America
edition?
version. Yeah, this is like the.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna read them off. How many 992 special
like
editions? This isn't models. This is like a model within a model.
Okay.
You got the 992.
It's like the Harley Davidson F-150.
Okay.
Go.
Yeah.
You got the.
Very specific.
There's the 992 4S Targa Heritage. There's the
Mm-hmm.
992 America Edition. There's the Sport Classic. There's the GT3 RS 2.7 50 years. There's the FA90 GT3. There's the Turbo 50th. There's the Malaysia Edition. There's a Turbo China Edition. There's a Targa 50 years Porsche Design Edition. There's a 992 Spirit 70 Targa Edition. There's a 992 Belgian Legend Edition. There's the Transfagarasan Edition. I don't know how you say that.
doesn't sound good,
There's
but
the
keep
Le
going.
Mans Centennial Edition. There's the Carrera Panamericana. That's a one-off special edition.
I think that's the one I've heard about out of this entire list.
There's obviously then the Woody paint job.
Oh, yes.
Technically, if you count that, there's also the Buzz, and there's also the what was the third character?
Sally?
I did actually interviewed Sally.
Saw that one.
That's another one. So I don't know what the total is there. But
And that's just special. So and then
and
there was
the
about
production's
15.
not done. They're
And-
not done making more
Wow.
special editions.
And we didn't even
coming
talk
out.
about the regular Porsches, the regular Porsche 992, the Targa.
Well, yeah, you got like Targa.
You got a
Carrera,
bunch,
for-
yeah, all the normal
3
flavors.
GT3, 3RS.
Yeah.
But that's basically just paint jobs on cars.
No,
and
totally,
stitching.
and exactly. Maybe like one little plaque on the interior, but this is the Porsche world and those nerds.
Porsche
I'm one
nerds.
of them. But going forward, 20, 30 years from now, those are going to be the cars that are going to come up for auction and that are potentially going to fetch, 20 grand more than market value of the normal model it's based on. And people who don't know any better will be like, what?
Why?
Why?
No, I know better. I'm still saying why.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see the point. It's too much. But I guess you got to milk it. If they can see money or a place that they can capitalize on, they should send it.
I agree.
So
why did you make that list? Was that like you want to talk?
that's a very random
talk
list to make.
That list, I was on a 6-hour road trip with a friend who works for Mercedes in Germany. I'm not going to mention your name, but you know who you are. And we were joking about how many special edition 992s there are. And so I decided to do research. And I just couldn't believe it just kept coming up. And there's probably still another 5 I haven't found.
Oh, sure. Yeah, hey, if there's a Malaysia edition,
Yeah.
China
I never heard of that
edition,
stuff.
No. Well, yeah, I'm just thinking...
The FA90, does
Yeah.
anyone know what the FA90 is?
I've heard that name, I believe.
Yeah,
I
they're
don't know what
building
it is,
90
though.
of them for 90 top customers
That's
who
just-
are going to
no.
get the specialist of the specialist paint jobs on the GT3.
Man, that's too
Let's
much.
go.
Because, they just have too many. I'm like, how many 911s? But even in the regular 911 range, so let's just say regular 992 and Targa, the Digi3, GT3 RS, all of those things, the differences between all of them, it's like little this, change that, charge 20 grand over, charge this over. And I'm like, how many different... But the interesting thing is people say, the Porsche people, they're all different. I'm like...
They are, Elvis, they are, though.
Sure.
Well, the biggest gap between the two models, for me, would be like Turbo S versus GT3 RS.
Yeah.
Those are
those are
totally
different.
different
But
cars.
everything else, I'm like,
I just realized there's one more, the Canada edition GT3 RS.
I've heard about that one. I have heard about that. The Canada edition.
They only built one.
Oh. Do you know who owns it?
No, someone in
Dealer.
Canada.
Canada,
Probably,
apparently.
dealer,
It'd
yeah.
be funny if someone in like the States or Germany owns it. I don't know.
Yeah, as a joke.
But yes, it's
That's
very, very interesting. But hey, that's business. You got to keep doing it. Ferrari does it. I mean, sort of. Not really,
to
but
that level.
They do one-offs
No.
and...
Well, they just have a bigger paywall. They have a bigger barrier to entry
Like,
than
if you
Porsche.
take Ferrari's example, let's say the Ferrari, you might have a China edition and a Cavalcade edition nowadays. And usually that's about it. And then obviously they have the Pista, but that's like a whole nother model.
Isn't the Cavalcade like a Grand Theft Auto 4 version of an Escalade?
Cavalcade is what the Ferrari rallies, the personal owner drives they do. They host around the world.
Yeah, okay,
So
okay.
you can option a Ferrari with a Cavalcade livery, which is a ridiculously expensive paint job.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Awesome.
cool. What do you got coming up before we kind of wrap this
Oh,
up?
true. Yeah.
What's on the horizon? I know you after you're done this, you're gonna go shoot 2 more videos.
Yeah, a lot more interviews, more story time videos where it's like not an interview, it's a documentary, but it's like 20 minutes long about a car I found that's abandoned, or a car collection that I go and see, or a interesting dealership that sells, like I did one video recently where it was like a bunch of barn find Porsches. That's their dealership, Doty Auto Sales. That's all they sell, really.
Wow,
Is it the one that
that's cool.
they made videos on, like Magnus Walker and all those guys, that it's like the Porsches stacked on top of Porsches and stuff?
That was a Rudy Klein collection.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was an auction of a junkyard, and RM Sotheby's did that.
That was insane.
Yeah.
Dang.
That's
So,
cool.
More variety in my channel instead of just why I drive series.
Yeah.
Those are gonna keep coming. Those are my favorite to make, but I found an abandoned Murcielago with a friend of mine. Actually, he found it first and told me
How-
about it.
Those words don't sound...
Yeah,
Uh,
wrecked,
What?
crashed, and abandoned for 14 years in Calgary.
what? Is it still there?
Calgary.
Yeah, still
wow.
sitting
Can I
out
go pick it up?
outside, no cover.
Early E-Gear car, I'm assuming.
Poster car, yellow
Yeah, yeah,
E-gear,
yeah, yeah.
3LP.
Where is it?
It's in Calgary.
Yo, and have you is this the owner in the house or
I
like?
trust me, in the video I
You
go,
try to
I
get
go
it.
and ask if they'll sell it and how much they want for it. So that'll be like, that's how the video kind of ends.
Cool. No spoilers.
Oh
but
my
that's
gosh!
exciting. I like this. You're trying to dive into these kind of weird, strange corners of the car world.
Well, when, you know, your friend texts you and it's like, yo, I found an abandoned Murcielago sitting outside for 14 years. You got to go check it out.
Oh yeah, I will run right away. I'll try to find out who owns that car and buy it.
Yeah.
You know who you should. Do you know about the Lamborghini Countach in a glass box?
Yeah, I went to go see that.
You did?
But that's a replica.
Is it? Okay, I knew not much
What-
about it.
what is
but
this?
Nothing about it.
It's a Port Moody. There's a Countach replica that sits in a display case outside someone's driveway.
I thought it was real.
No.
I've never
What?
seen it in person, but I knew it was there.
Yeah, I went to check
So
it out,
just
like,
in a glass box, no
so-
one drives it, nothing?
Is it a Fiero or something?
What?
Maybe.
I don't know what the chassis
Oh,
is, but
okay,
it's
yeah.
probably.
All right.
It's pretty good replica, but it's still a replica.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it would be a little bit strange.
I don't hate on them though, because I drive a replica.
That's so different.
It's
I get
very,
what you're
very
saying.
different.
I get what you're saying. but
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
different.
yeah. Awesome.
All right. Well, thanks, TJ. Thanks
Yeah,
for coming
thank you
by.
coming by.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
it has been a long time coming. I feel like we've talked about doing, or I guess having you guys meet, or we're supposed to have lunch the other
We
day.
met.
And
I met TJ I've only seen you I think once in person at the Weckfest or Weekfest.
oh yeah,
The
I
Porsche
forgot
Cars
about
and
that.
Coffee. I think that was the first time.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm still trying to remember where we met, but I'm sure it's because of cars somehow.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We'll do it again. We'll have you on
but yeah,
again
you should
whenever
you
you're in
should
town.
come on
Yeah.
again. I'm very curious to see.
In 1 year. Do
I
a
know.
1 year anniversary.
Is that when
Perfect.
you're coming back?
No, I'll be back like many times.
We'll do it.
Or maybe we can also go to Calgary. He was saying you should go
I
out
was
to
going to
review
mention
some cars.
I'm going to be in Calgary actually in about 2 weeks. And
Yo.
Before the 8th of August,
I will be there that weekend.
I leave the 8th.
Ah,
What day
that's the
is the
same
8th?
day
Is
you
that the
come in.
Saturday?
That's the same day. Yeah.
I'm there Friday night and Saturday night.
For content?
Road trip, but also I'm shooting stuff there while I'm there. Yeah, shooting 2 or 3 videos while I'm there.
But yeah, what
with
if,
Lift King?
No, not this time.
Oh.
have you shot with Lift King before?
No, but I shot with the previous owner of a lot of those cars, Jorge, who passed away. I think we talked about that.
Yes.
But I probably will shoot and should shoot, some follow-up stuff. I've never met him, so.
Yeah, he was saying you should, like, the guy
seems
has like, how
cool.
many cars?
Like 100 cars.
Yo, content glory.
Dude.
Awesomeness.
I hope he has a staff, but.
He's got like 3
Okay,
people.
all right.
Do all
yeah,
those cars
that's cool.
run?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I don't know if he'd like me saying that.
Okay.
Hey, man.
No.
Even with, like, 10
Most do.
cars,
Yeah.
it would be different.
They can all get running in a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine having that many cars. Like,
Yeah.
If it doesn't work out this time, we'll meet up. I want to shoot a video on your 190 for my channel. I know
yeah,
people
that'd
have
be
seen
awesome.
it a lot, but all right.
It's gonna be here, right? So I guess
Yeah.
it'll be nice for him to be here, or
Yeah.
so you guys can
Yeah.
figure that out. But yeah.
All right, sweet. You guys, seat time. Yeah, if you haven't given us a rating yet on Spotify or like the video on YouTube, wherever you're watching or listening to this, that helps us out. And yeah, go follow TJ. We'll
Yep.
put up all your stuff in the description.
Yep, follow Marcus. If you don't know, if you don't follow him, Roads Untraveled, The Golden Drive from me, and we will see you guys next week.
Next week,
Bye.
see ya.
I'm trying to think of what camera to look at.
All the above. everything.
Yep.